Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture just to see what happened in our daily lives. Yeah, that affects our daily life. Listen, this is a what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up update. Y'all, we finna update a little story. What's going on? What's going on? The last what's up was about Ray J and him getting on Instagram, his Instagram live, and spilling all the tea about what was going on. Now, as I just a really quick update for those of you all who hadn't watched it, but go back and check out my what's up talking about Ray J to Kim and Chris, what you not gonna do. So this is an update to that. Basically, we hadn't heard from Kim, hadn't heard anything, no words from Kim. But listen, I wanted to update a couple of things. Number one, the amount of money stolen that Kim stole from the Norwoods on the Amex card wasn't 200,000. It was around $130,000. The additional information that I got was the fact that she used that money to buy the inventory for her store Dash. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Just a mess. Also, just do want to highlight the fact that Kim did pay the money back. The Norwoods did sue her for the money, and they settled, and Kim had paid the money back. So she's off the thing. Here's a couple of things that I found problematic about that. I don't know why they didn't pursue it uh, legally as far as criminally. Don't know why they didn't do that. They were well within their rights to do it. But one of the problematic things that I have found with that is that you notice that Ray J basically catapulted Kim into the mainstream. So this is how we knew about Kim. I do understand we only knew about her, not really her name, that she was like Paris Hilton's sidekick or her friend or her socialite friend. But Ray J catapulted her into uh, stardom. So, I guess I'm really unsure about Ray J's motives because you knew how Kim moved way back then. But, she catapulted her show off the back of Ray J uh, putting her and her family into the mainstream. Now, I do understand that Chris is a juggernaut as far as a manager and as far as a manager, as far as making sure that her children get the right deals. But let's just be clear, a black man catapulted Kim into to stardom, and now said black man is complaining and airing out as he should. Now, don't mishear me, but he's complaining about how her and her family moved when you knew that's how her and her family moved in the first place. The other problematic thing that I found out, I looked at that, is that whereas Ray J catapulted Kim into the mainstream, Kanye made her relevant. And let's just be clear. Jennifer. You remember, if you watch, anybody watched Basketball Wives, you remember Jennifer talking about Tim Norman, and she had raised some concerns about Tim and Tim's behavior. Now, Tim's girlfriend that was in that picture, uh, you see right here, she had raised some concerns about how Tim's behavior was. And I think she had even mentioned it to Miss Robbie, but she was really trying to work on that relationship. She wanted to be with Tim. I think they were engaged. And if I'm not mistaken, they have like two children together, but don't quote me on that. But she had kind of mentioned some odd behavior from Tim as well. So let's talk about this Sweetie Pie murder trial. What's going on? This is the victim. This is Andre Montgomery. Now, Andre Montgomery is the grandson of Robbie Montgomery. He is the nephew of Tim Montgomery. So let me tell you a little bit about what happened to this young man. Now, if you watched the Sweetie Pie show, you knew that he was Miss Robbie's grandson who lived down in Texas or Louisiana. I can't think of which one. I think it was Texas. And he was having some issues and problems in Texas. I think just being out in the streets and trying to get involved in that street life. And his mother and Miss Robbie had decided it was best for him to come up to St. Louis and to stay with Miss Robbie and get his education. He did that. Now, if you watch the Sweetie Pie episode, you notice that Tim decided that he was going to be young Andre's mentor, and he set some things up. However, he had some issues and problems with Andre. I remember one of the episodes that Miss Robbie had to get on to Tim because Tim and Andre were fighting in the store. He was whooping up on Andre. They was giving as good as they got, but he was fighting with Andre. He was fighting with Andre in the store. And I remember Miss Robbie got mad. And I just noticed at that point, now everything is always hindsight is 2020, but I did notice that there was a little animosity between them. Andre was doing his best to honor his grandmother and do what his grandmother wanted him to do. He had completed high school. That was the big thing that they wanted him to do, and she was very, very proud of him. Now let's fast forward to what happened and how we are all in trial here. So apparently, what happened was Miss Robbie's home was robbed. And apparently, in that robbery, about $200,000 was stolen. Some other items and paperwork and all kinds of things were stolen. Tim stated that he believed that Andre was the one that stole the items and the money from Miss Robbie's home. He reasoned that because I think somewhere during that time, Andre was posting pictures online and posting pictures online with money and all this other stuff. So Tim had gotten into his head that Andre was the one that took the money. And according to sources, uh, he had put a call out to like find Andre. Well, Andre ended up was back in Texas. So apparently, Miss Robbie called for Andre to come back to take a lie detector test because Andre said, I did not do this. Also, I wanted to add too is that it has been reported that Andre had been telling Miss Robbie that he felt that Tim was trying to hurt him, that Tim wanted to hurt him and had people trying to find him to hurt him. Uh, I don't know what Miss Robbie did with that information. However, she did, or Tim did. Somebody convinced him to come back to St. Louis to take a lie detector test. Now, all in that depend on that. Let me go ahead and pull up. Let's go through here. Let's go through here. Let me go to this side. Here are the pictures. Here are the pictures. So let me tell you, James Timothy Norman, who is the uncle, was charged with conspiracy to murder and fraud. So let me just kind of outline paraphrase how I understand what's happening. So here you have, let me remove me. Here you have James Timothy Norman, who is Andre's uncle. Apparently, what they're saying is that he and Wael Yagnam had fraudulently put out life insurance policies on Andre. So Wael Yagnam was the insurance broker. I guess that's what he's, because he was the one that brokered the policy for the insurance company. He did the insurance. He pulled out all the insurance paperwork, and that was his part in the conspiracy. We have Terica Ellis. She was the one that lured Andre to the place where he was to be shot. And then you have Travell Hill, who was the shooter. So what the prosecutions had outlined is that Tim used burner phones that he purchased for Terica, that he had purchased for Terica, and he had been in contact with Terica to have her be in contact with Andre, because Terica was a exotic dancer, stripper, part-time prostitute, and that her and Timothy were, that was their relationship was transactional. He was paying her for sex, so he basically hired her to, kind of talk to Andre, get in his good graces and everything like that, and then have her to lure him into a certain area where Travell Hill would shoot. Apparently, they had all these burner phones. The prosecution can show where all these burner phones and who had possession of those burner phones, and could show that Terica was right at the place where Andre was shot, and who she was calling. She had called Tim had called her, and he had called other people. So basically, that's the whole conspiracy. Apparently, Travell was paid by a third party that was contracted by Tim to shoot Andre. And Wael Yagnam was charged because he was the one that brokered the insurance policy that Tim tried to collect. And that's how the insurance company was the one that got all of this rolling, because they were like, how are you trying to collect an insurance policy? You don't have any information, you don't have any physical information for us to be able to, I guess, pay off this policy. So so Tim is on trial right now. I understand today he took the stand and denied everything. So he took the stand in his defense. We understand that Terica and Wael, they took the stand as well. I don't know if Travell took the stand, but I just find this to be just. But anyway, we do know that Terica, Wael, and Travell have pleaded guilty. They haven't been charged yet. I guess their sentencing is contingent on their testimony in Tim's case, because they're all saying that Tim was the mastermind behind all of this. So that's just a paraphrase and overview. Let me see what I got. That was just a paraphrase and overview of what's going on with this trial. The trial is still continuing. I think that they're going to wrap up by either tomorrow or Wednesday, and then they're going to have closing arguments, and then we're going to be waiting to see if Timothy is going to be found guilty or not. So what do y'all think about this? Because this just something. This poor baby. It didn't even have to come to this. For this young man to be dead, and to think that he is dead on the hands of his uncle. And then just a side note that I just wanted to share. His father, who is Robbie Montgomery, Sweetie Pie's actual son, was killed for some gang violence. And then to know that her grandson, his only living child, was killed. He's like 18 or 19 years old. It's a sad, sad case. It's a sad case. But what do y'all think about this mess? So I gave you an update on the Ray J case, and here we are also talking about the Sweetie Pie murder. Y'all leave y'all comments below. Please, thank you so much for watching my show. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I see y'all. I see y'all. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of any more videos that I do. And listen, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, child, tell that heifer you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. Help me help you see me. All right, people. And with all, as always, we end these broadcasts saying bye-bye.